Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Hamilcar, and I'm bringing you a totally random blast from the past commentary, a game from the 2002 Panasonic OSL between Boxer and Garimto. And the reason I'm doing this game, first of all, a minor alert message, whatever, that I wanted to pass on. Second of all, I was just bored and wanted to do a game, and there wasn't anything recent that seemed all that exciting that hadn't already been cast. So I decided to go way back on the Violet account and see if there were some early VODs that looked interesting, and I came across this one, and I don't think it's been cast. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's a little variety from the more recent games that are going up. And it's between two really all-time great players who are not, in one case, not playing at all, and in another case, not playing anywhere near his peak at the moment, but certainly made StarCraft what it is and shaped the strategies and builds that we see today from their respective races. What I wanted to say is, I put up a batch of videos earlier today, and something went crazy with the video. I don't know, I'm doing some new stuff with how I download and convert videos, and it resulted in most of them having a video that froze up at some point. So I took them down. They may go up again if I'm able to fix the problem and have the time and energy to invest. But the same games, set Group H of the OSL involving Quanro and KC and GGPlay, I think is up on Nuke the Stars account. So go check out his account and watch those games there, and I'll do my best to get them re-uploaded. But I apologize for the technical difficulties, and I hope you guys, not too many of you guys, got halfway through those matches and then saw the video stall and weren't able to watch the rest of the game. In any event, this game, as I say, is from the 2002 Panasonic OSL. I'm just doing this individual game. I don't know if the whole series even got uploaded to YouTube. Since they're showing the map now, I'll talk briefly about it. It's on Neo Forbidden Zone, which is a map that hasn't been played since 2005. Very ancient Star League map. It's interesting design, huge open areas you can see they're showing now, and 4 naturals, 4 mains in the corners, and small naturals outside. I assume those naturals have gas. I don't see it on the mini-map, but I think they have to. But not a whole lot of resources on this map. There are 3 expansions there in that middle area, and then the 8 mains and naturals, but not as many resources as we might see on a more contemporary map. The map statistics skew a little bit towards Protoss, so that's going to favor Garimto in this matchup. Garimto is a Protoss player, for those of you who aren't familiar with him. Garimto and Boxer actually have a little bit of history even at this point. They played in the finals of one of the 2001 OSLs, and Garimto took that match. So this is a reprise of that. This is not the finals. I don't actually know where in the OSL this game occurred. Maybe it's said and I just missed it, or maybe somebody knows and can tell me. But at any rate, so Garimto won the last time these guys played in OSL, I think, unless there's something in between that. But Boxer is, at this point, still the Emperor, still one of the great dominant S-class players in StarCraft. And you can see, just to focus on the game for a second, that he went for a very quick command center, so going something like 12 or 14 CC. So he's going for a very quick economic build. Garimto not scouting yet, and normally in a modern game I think we would have seen scouts from both players at this point. Maybe it's just one of the ways that the game has changed. Garimto going for a very standard tech build. Not anything that would be unusual by today's standards. And Boxer following up his fast command center with barracks and gas, so going to go into standard TVP mech, I think. In terms of the players, I don't think I need to say too much about Boxer. Boxer's the Emperor, been around forever, shaped StarCraft, won 3 or 4 Star Leagues, and took a lot of silvers and bronzes too. Is 28 years old now, just got out of the military, and is, I think, playing for SKT, but not playing very much and not playing very well. 28 years old, that's usually about a couple years past the limit of when you can really play great StarCraft. I'm not totally sure why that is, but it seems to be the case. Garimto retired a while ago. I think he's a commentator for one of the networks now. Quick Stargate going down for Garimto. I don't know what this is. Wow, that can only be scouts, I think, unless it's Corsairs. Maybe he's building a Corsair just to scout. That would be crazy. But going for fast DTs, or at least for a very fast Templar Archive, I can only assume it's for DTs. He's only put down 1 gateway, so a very, very fast tech rush from Garimto to counter this quick economy from Boxer. Huge map, as you can see here. It's taking that Marine a long time to get across, and maybe that's why they're not scouting this quickly, just because scouting takes so long. But it seems like both players could really benefit from scouting. Garimto could use the information that Boxer's gone for this very economy-intensive build, and Boxer could definitely use the information that there are these quick DTs and either scouts or Corsairs coming out. Just crazy build from Garimto. We'll see what it turns into. Garimto won a couple of Star Leagues, finished with a lifetime winning record, but it looks from the statistics like PvT was never a strong suit, just about 38% in that to 55% and 62% in his other matchups. And it is a scout! Wow! This is something that you would never, ever see in a modern game, because the only time you see scouts in modern StarCraft is for purposes of humiliation. But oddly enough, Garimto is actually using the scout as a scout. He hasn't scouted the map yet, so he's built this 400 resource unit to go and look at the 4 corners of the map and find out where Boxer is. So, just absolutely mind-bogglingly weird by modern standards. But it's a different kind of gameplay. In any event, second scout out for Garimto. Wow, so Garimto is committing to this scout build. I don't know if he's building DTs to supplement. With that Templar Archive, maybe he could go for like super fast Arbiters out of the Stargate. I don't think these scouts are really going to get anything done. But Boxer's seen the scouts. Garimto knows that Boxer has an expansion, so he has to know that he's got to do something to counter this economic advantage that Boxer's going to have. Just camping on top of the factory for a second. Bunch of Marines there, and those Marines, coupled with a medic, can probably take out the scouts. And that's another thing that we see that's really odd in this game. Boxer has gone for medics and Marines, and bio builds in TVP are just about as uncommon as scouts in PvT nowadays. But the scout's actually getting some harassment in, killing 1 SCV. Might be able to kill a second. I still don't think it's going to be a real great return on that investment. But you know, it's interesting to ask whether these are just the builds that were suited to these maps. You know, people will say, well, StarCraft hasn't really improved, you know, even players have discovered a couple new tricks, but really it's just different strategies for different kinds of maps. And there is a quick Arbiter Tribunal, so it looks like it's going to be quick Arbiters. But I can't imagine that, you know, even if we saw Bisu and Flash playing today on these maps, that they would be playing anything like this. Losing a scout to those medic and Marines, not even managing to take down that building SCV. I feel like this has to be a way in which StarCraft has just improved. Players have figured out over time that early scout harassment doesn't work all that well, regardless of map. But maybe there's something that this build is accomplishing for Garimto that I don't know about. It is allowing him to get out very quick Arbiters, so Boxer's going to have to get detection up quick, but he already has an academy, so he's going to be able to put down 2 ComSat stations. In any event, Very interesting play from both players. Second gas going down for Boxer and a Starport, so he may be transitioning into more of a mech build, putting down a second factory now. So maybe the Medic and Marines were just an early game tech that he's now going to abandon. That Arbiter's still sitting there. Maybe Garimto's going to go for some really super early recall. That would be something that we don't see at all either. So very, very interesting to see this kind of play. Oh, what I was going to say, too, though, is that one thing that I do like about these older games is that you do see a wider variety of maps. Not that wide, but I mean, I feel like